just about there. All right, we should be about live. Hopefully that's looks like we're live. So hi guys, I see a few of you already in the chat. So this is going to be an interesting evening. I think I'm pretty excited to talk about this. I'll give you guys a few minutes to kind of get into the chat here, but this is going to be another exciting discussion tonight with Lance from ThetaTraders.com. And you guys probably know who he is, but if you don't, you're going to find out more about him tonight. And one of these indicators that we put together, which is fantastic. He spent a lot of time, energy, and money putting together one of the world's first trading view indicators for option sellers. So not just directional nonsense that you see from some of these other companies, but one that actually works, which is awesome. And we're going to be talking about how he's achieved a 95% win rate and as much as a 10% account growth in the space of a week using this indicator. So it might sound boring like selling options, but you can actually achieve some really, really cool results with this. So I'm pretty excited to be talking to Lance tonight. This is a phenomenal indicator. It's the best out there, and I've tested dozens of them. You guys that watch my channel will know. This one doesn't repaint. It has none of the nonsense. It's not copied from anywhere. It's just proprietary, and it's fantastic. I think you guys that trade spreads or do the sell side options are really going to love this indicator. I think it's going to be fun. A bit of housekeeping to start. First of all, make sure you enter the free prize draw. We are selling the indicator plus mentoring with it, as well as a 3K account challenge, which we're going to talk about during the webinar. But basically, I'm going to post in the chat right now the place where you want to put your email. If you want a chance to win Theta Pro, which is this new indicator, completely free. We're giving out at least one. Sometimes we get a bit excited and give out more than one. But I'm going to paste the link in the chat so you guys can have a shot at winning this. All you have to do is stay watching the webinar until towards the end, and we'll choose a winner. We do it with a random number generator usually, and it picks out an email from the email list that gets accumulated from people signing up. So I'm going to do that right now, where you guys just kind of get into the room. I'm going to post the Theta Pro prize draw link so you guys can sign up for that and get a chance. And so yeah, it's going to be an exciting webinar. I think I'm pretty excited about it, at least, and I think Lance is as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Aaron's here, and for you guys that are in Theta Traders already, this is included in lifetime Theta Traders. Just posting the link right now. But for everybody else, you're going to have to pay a premium for it. It's really, really fantastic. You can use it for futures. You can use it for any ETFs. You can use it for small cap stocks, which might see a boom going forward, given the Trump presidency. It's going to be pretty interesting. Hey, Mr. Keen Sanity, hope you're doing well. I noticed you comment on a lot of my YouTube stuff, so it's good. Yeah, so I just posted the link. Hopefully you guys can see it for the prize draw. So make sure you sign up now, and we'll draw a random number maybe in half an hour, 40 minutes or something, depending on how long this takes. So yeah, so we're ready to start. I think, Lance, if you want to pull up your slides, we can chat about this. I think asking questions throughout is fine. We don't really have a lot of, we don't do a lot of preparation. We're a bit, hello, Shelly, how's it going? My sister's actually called Shelly. Shelly W. Is that Shelley Winters? I think she was a really old school famous actress, right? Shelley Winters, Shelly W.
That's right.
That one. Yeah, it's kind of a random reference. Hey, Don Emery. Hey, Bella's documentary with B-cell lymphoma. It's not accepting my details. Belle's. Well, no, she's dead. Right, Shelly? Yeah, I know she's dead. It's been a while. My mom actually was a big fan of her, and that was like 40 years ago or something crazy. So I know it's sad. It really is sad. I am aging myself. All right. Do you want to share your screen, Lance?
Yeah, sure. So before I start, I've been doing option trading many years now, and I focus primarily on option selling. So think of it as a casino owner. So what we look is for bets from other people that are almost quote unquote degenerate gamblers, and they're looking for really big wins buying options. I'm the one that's taking those trades on the other end and looking for highly probable setups. It's almost like you're a casino owner and you see a drunk person, betting on 3 in roulette. Over time they're not going to be doing very well. But we also want to make sure we manage our risks as well. So I have quite a few conditions that I look for when I do my daily credit spreads and 0 DTE. And I'll share my screen at this point. So busy, I'm a high school science teacher in the day, and I also help many while teaching during lunchtime and whatnot. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, it's full screen, so people should be able to see it. Just yeah, full screen, perfect.
All right, so what I was trying to do is make my life a little bit easier and use an indicator to help, a little bit of the heavy lifting to find optimal positions. I do look at some other things as well, which I'll definitely talk about in the groups, but this is a much more efficient and quicker way for me to find possible positions. I do run ThetaTraders.com, and we do many different option selling techniques, doing a lot of covered strangles, cash secured puts, credit spreads, futures, pretty much any type of option selling that you're going to see. So, a little bit about me. Again, I'm Lance. I'm a dedicated teacher and a passionate options trader. So, as you can imagine, I'm juggling teaching. I have about 110 students throughout the day, and I want to trade. That could be a real challenge. My schedule's packed. I need a way to trade very efficiently and effectively. And I could spend hours analyzing charts, but I also want to teach too. So I want to think of a very efficient way to go about it. So again, time is one of my most valuable assets. I also love trading and growing my wealth through these strategies, like selling credit spreads. The problem is finding the right trades took a lot of time and effort. I want to make sure that I'm very efficient in my time. So I was looking for stuff to quickly find opportunities. And then over the last few months, it was in the back of my mind for almost a year now, but I've been spending the last 3 months on making an indicator, and this is useful on TradingView. Someone already asked, you could do this on a free TradingView account. So it's only one indicator, and I think TradingView gives you 3. So I do some combinations of other free indicators with this at times, but this is an all-in-one. It has many different indicators in just one of the 3 that you could use. It's a powerful tool designed to help busy traders like me and you easily find these credit spreads. So I want to look for very high probability trades. I don't want some that are close to a coin flip where 50-50 it works or not. I want to have a very high win rate. I don't want to have to be watching the trade, every second of the day and pretty much just let it go. And most of the time, I just let it expire worthless. So this is the TradingView indicator, and I'll show you it live. And if any members want to mention any stocks or time frames, we could look into these for possible positions that you could take tomorrow if you'd like. So I wanted to keep it pretty clean and simple. Some other indicators out there have 50 different things and all these nice colorful charts and curves and whatnot. I wanted to make it where it simply says sell a call or sell a put. Now, for selling a call or selling a put, you could do many other strategies with that, not just selling a call. You could do a call credit spread. You could do a diagonal. You could do butterflies. Same thing on the put side, put credit spreads, cash secured put, naked put, butterflies, and whatnot. And then I added a few other little things in here. This blue band is the Bollinger Bands. So when stuff gets really overextended, if it goes above the peak over here, I want to make sure that it's not going to necessarily say to sell a call or a put at that point, because then there could be a good chance of a reversal at that point. I see a lot of stock ticker symbols coming up, and we'll look at those shortly. This works on any time frame. So if you're more of a quicker day trader type scalper, you could do a 15-minute chart on this. You're going to see quite a few sell call, sell put indicators. This is the 1 hour chart. This is the daily chart. And I use all of these. If I'm doing a weekly trade, so most of the trades I'm doing on the Theta Pro indicator, I start on a Monday and I let them expire on Friday. I typically look at the 2 hour or the 4 hour chart. But I also do longer dated spreads where, again, I don't have to look at the market every second of the day. And I'll do a month out or so. On those, I look at the daily indicator. Again, ease of use. I want to make sure that I could quickly look at a stock and look at the time frame and then see what a possible trade will be. And it definitely saves a lot of time on my end. I don't just blindly look at this, it says sell put, and then take the trade necessarily. I'm going to be looking at other things as well, which I'll definitely go over if you join. But want to make sure that this is a blend of the technical analysis that I already do with some back-tested strategies. This is also useful for absolute beginners. If you don't even know what a credit spread is, I am a teacher and I'm definitely willing to teach you guys exactly how the trades work, how to enter trades, how to manage them properly, all that stuff that you might be a little bit hesitant and not sure about. That's one of the main things I do at ThetaTraders.com is teach you how to do all those things as well. So I've used this personal indicator and results have been really good. If we have a lot of inner circle lifetime members at ThetaTraders.com, and they already had this access in the beta version of it. I was showing all the trades that I was doing. We have a lot of members, as you'll see, that also are using this indicator for their own trades as well. And I've been very impressed with the results so far. Again, this can be used for pretty much any time frame. For 0DTE, I would do around a 15-minute time frame. And I'll show you what it looked like today. It was very clean in a lot of different trades. And another inner circle member took a trade and made, I think it was 8% on their money in about an hour. So it was a really good trade there. In this particular indicator, it said sell call right here. And then we're at 57.27 or so. At the time I sold a 5775, 5785 call credit spread. So 5775 was a little bit above where this chart is. And then it just expired worthless. Took in $30 on a 10 whip spread, which is 3% for the day. And this was not even a full day. I think I entered it around 11 o'clock in the morning. So let me see here. This is the same trade for QQQ, 13% in a day. Saw the sell put indicator, opened a position around here, and we sold the 483, bought the 482. This is just a one whiff spread. So you only need $100 for this particular trade. It took in 0.13 or $13 on the trade, and then it kept going up. The position closed in the end of the day by expiring worthless. We didn't even have to buy it back. And then we kept the full 13% profit in just not even, it was a little bit less than a day because we entered around 9:15 or so. This was a recent results that I did with weekly trades. So I would enter on Monday for the Friday expiration. And I'm going to be doing a $3,000 account and showing every trade I use with it. One of the main, I guess you could say, issues that I've seen with other indicators is they give you the indicator and then they pretty much leave you to your own devices to figure out what to do with it. I'm going to be using this indicator, showing the trades that I give and the reasoning behind it. And you could easily join with me if you'd like to. So this was a really good week that we had. It was up 9.86% in the day. This was on the Friday, by the way. So most of the premiums expired worthless. Actually, all of them did in this particular week. And I started with 3,000 on that, got to 3,300. So main point is, where you come in, you don't have to spend hours analyzing the markets. You can use this indicator, streamline your own trading, find credit spreads just like I do, and you have the opportunity to follow my trades. So I'm going to be very transparent, showing every trade I do. When I start with a $3,000 account, you could do less, you could do more. It's really up to you, but you'll be able to see exactly how to make your accounts grow. So I've seen a lot of comments here. Russell, do you mind now? I'll share a few of the positions that I'm seeing on the chat.
Sure. Let's remove this. Let's appear back here. All right. So yeah, so this is going to be pretty exciting stuff. People are asking already how to get in on this. It's really cool. Do you want to start going through the questions? Like people are asking that they want to see like AMD, SPX, this kind of stuff. So
let's do that now. So I saw one said, could you use it with futures? I just typed in ES on TradingView. So this is a 15-minute chart. If you want to go much shorter time frame, maybe sell a 5 DTE, then you could use this. Right now, we're in a sell call indicator, and this happens right near market close. This is the overnight, and it's been dropping a little bit at this point. So I would consider selling a call a bit higher than the current price. Right now, we're at about 6,000 and change. So a possible trade idea could be sell right now that expires tomorrow around the 60-40, and then you could make it a defined risk and buy the 60-50, something in that point.
Pretty cool.
I'm going to look at other ones too here. So AMD was one from Uzi.
Yep.
So in the short time frame for 15 minutes, we're in sell put because we saw a little uptrend here. I'd also want to look at different time frames. And you guys could easily do this. You have the indicator up. You can look at the different time frames very quickly.
Yeah.
We're still in a sell put in the hourly. So
and
if you want to go, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to point out the nice thing is a lot of people complain about fake out signals. And with the sell option side of things, you don't care so much that if something maybe fakes out a little bit on you, you can still make money, which is a really, really nice thing. So if you see signals that you look at here and go, oh, that's a fake out, doesn't necessarily mean it's a fake out in terms of selling options, right? Because you have that potential where you've got that spread or, where things are okay. So you don't have to worry too much about fake out signals like a lot of people freak out about on other indicator systems.
Right. And also one of the main, I would say, issues with a lot of these indicators are they'll tell you to buy, and then you're just going to buy stock or buy options, possibly out of the money. And you have to be right not only in the direction that it goes, but the time frame. So if you buy a 0 DTE call, it needs to move really quickly. Now, in these, when we're doing sell side, we could be wrong in the direction, and we could still make money off it, as long as it doesn't go to our strike prices.
Right. The indicator is given that edge, but it's not the only thing, which is the difference between Algo Pro, Elite Algo, these types of things, where like it's the only possibility. The probability if you have a buy thing in Algo Pro, for example, is it has to go up. But in this case, you have an edge in your favor with this indicator, but it doesn't have to do it. You can still win, which is really cool.
Yeah, Uzi's actually got his confirmation. He runs another Discord that's really good, by the way, and I follow a lot of his trades. So they already confirmed what he's thinking. In the short-term time frame, so if we're looking 15 minutes, an hour, it's showing sell put. In the daily time frame, if you're going really far out, like a month out, we're still on the sell call indicator, but we're pretty close to possibly switching to sell put, depending on if we get a bit of an up move in the next couple of days or so. So again, it works in many different time frames. I think based on these in like a 1 hour or 2 hour chart, we probably want to go to a sell put because that 1 hour chart showing sell put. Possible trade idea, we're currently at around 146 or 143 or so. The recent high was, there's a gap here. The recent high is around 153. So I would consider around a week to sell out to Friday and then sell close to the 150, 151. We're selling puts. So it'd be the other way. I'm sorry. It would go down. So there's not much of a recent low. I would probably sell around the 135 or 137.5. And then you could buy below it, maybe 2.5 with or 5 with below it. Yeah. If you could take in around $12 on that trade, 12 divided by 2.5 is about 5% on your money in a week. So that would be a good trade when it works out.
Yeah, cool. Are you able to keep up with all these questions?
I'm getting them. All right, I got Tesla. I'll just do them as they come in. So if a few of you guys want to keep asking stuff, use these as possible trade ideas. Tesla in the 1 hour, we got the sell call indicator because it was dropping a bit. And then we're going to look to sell a bit higher. And this case, that was near the peak. We're at 327 or so. I would try to sell because there's a lot of high volatility right now. I would sell pretty high up. I would sell maybe 360, 365, and then again 2.5 or 5 with above that. Forex gold, yes, you could do gold. So you type GC, gold futures.
Yeah, we
You
like
can also
trading.
you can do this with GLD as well if you want. That's global connections. That's not good. Not gold. GLD is the Spider Gold Trust. The short-term time frame, we're still at the sell call indicator, so we can sell up here. If you go longer time frames, we're still at the sell call. We're seeing a lot of dips recently, so I would sell near the peak probably. If you're doing GLD, sell around 255 or so. You may not get much premium there, so you might want to go around 245. This would be a little bit more premium for it.
Pretty cool.
All right, I'm still looking at the chart here.
I know there's lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Robon wants SPX. That makes sense. SPX makes total sense, right?
Yeah, let's look at SPX. It was similar to the ES that I showed before.
Right. I mean, they're going to be.
So on the daily, we're still on sell put. We've been on a big uptrend, even though we had a few down days. It's still been heading up in general. So it still says sell put. One of the things I have in the strategy guide that'll be included is looking at how long ago the indicator came up. The sell put indicator came out almost 2 months ago. So I'd be a little weary to possibly sell a put here. Ideally, you would see a sell put indicator a little bit more recently. And also this blue is the Bollinger Bands. We're right at the peak of the Bollinger Band. We just got under it on the daily. So that might be a good indication that we could consolidate. But if it stayed above the Bollinger Band, I probably wouldn't do that trade just because it could easily reverse back. Let's see. What else do I see here? Would it be useful for going long on options too, Glenn? Yes, you could use that for long options as well. If it says sell put, you could do the opposite of it, of buying a call. Now, I meant to use this for option selling, but it's perfectly fine to use for option buying if you want. And if you join, Glenn, you're already in, I think. But others that join, if you want to look at buy side, we can definitely talk about that and discuss different strategies for it. If you want to be very risky on it or relatively safe on buying options.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a big difference here between most indicators is you're getting support from Lance, which is unheard of with these other indicators where a lot of the guys are pretty much anonymous. And it's driving me crazy. I review all of these guys and they're anonymous. They certainly don't answer questions like, should I take the signal or what do you think about this? And I think this is what separates Lance from everybody else out there in that he provides actual real support for his indicator, which is, it's unheard of in the industry. It really is. I mean, I try and get the name of one of the people that runs Elite Algo or something. That's just a random choice of algo. There's lots of them. And it's impossible to even get the people behind the algo, never mind personal DMs with them in their Discord group about how to use their algo perfectly. So it's definitely a huge advantage of trying out this indicator with Lance.
Right. Let's see. Just looking through the chat. So Don Emery, I think it's DE on Discord, right? Can you take us through an example? Yeah, I pretty much just did all those. What studies is the indicator using? I have quite a few. I'm not going to give everything away here. The Bollinger Band is one of them. I'm looking at RSI as well and quite a few EMAs. But it does track to see when an indicator might be conflicting with one another. So, for instance, if RSI and the EMAs are showing divergence there, it won't necessarily divert it there.
Yeah, and I think it's important to point out that this indicator uses a confluence of different indications, like a lot of these other ones do. But the key thing you're getting here is Lance's experience, which is completely different from any other system out there. Because without Lance's experience, you're really left blind with a lot of these indicator systems. that's what's got me excited about this, at least. It's having that extra confluence in there with Lance as well. And you'll see when we start talking about what this package is about, why that's so good.
So this is the Theta Pro channel that you'll get access to. And this is where me and other Inner Circle members right now are looking at different trades. Every week, I'm going to be doing a YouTube video looking at possible positions. I did this video on Sunday, so you can do the trades for Monday as well. We had Ray that did a really good trade just today, 15-minute chart, $80 in about a minute. It's amazing. Good job, Ray. So we're very active on this. So 0 DTEs, looking at a lot of other members that have been very helpful for, Carl said order blocks, trying to add other indicators with it. It's not necessarily important to do that, but it could help make a little bit more information about what you want to do. We're very active on this Discord. I don't want to just make an indicator where here's the indicator. Now you're going to fend for yourself, right? I want to make this as a learning experience because I'm going to show you what trades I'm doing. I want to hear what trades you're considering or even doing so I can give my thoughts and feedback on it. And then just a nice, group community that's looking at different positions. So as you can see, I'm posting a lot of different positions. I did a BABA 4 credit spreads. These all expired worthless. That was 6% in about 4 days. And then I show the charts as well.
Yeah, and we're going to show the actual results for the last month when we look at the landing page for this actual offer. So we haven't actually showed that yet, but it's extraordinary. It's 95% win rate and $1,000 roughly in profit just using one contract on each. Just totally chilled out, easy trading. It's really exciting. It's really good. So a few questions about the time frames. Looks like some people are worried that this might just be for longer term stuff like daily charts or hourly or weekly trading. But this works on any time frame, right, Lance? You've used it for 0 DT or a couple of days or a week, or so it's very
exactly. So I usually use a 2 or 4 hour time frame for the weekly trades. Enter Monday, leave on Friday. For 0 DTE, I look at 15 or 30 minutes. For longer dated, I'm going to use the daily chart. You can even go super longer dated and use the weekly chart. That's probably something in my back burner that I'll start looking at if you want to be really, really passive about it. So yeah, we could work in any time frame on these.
Yeah, for sure. So people are a lot of comments. This is good. I like a lot of engagement on these live streams. It's always fun.
Do you want to let me unshare my screen real quick? If you want to show any questions on the bottom there, and I can answer them like this.
Sure. We can go through. I think you've covered a lot of stuff, but I'll try and go through people that we've missed just because I want to make sure we get them in here. So Martin J is asking, will you be using this on a 5K challenge? It's a 3K challenge, right? I'm going to share my screen in a few minutes once Lance answers this, but well, you're answering that.
So for the Theta Pro indicator, I'm going to be using a $3,000 Robinhood account. Robinhood has no commissions, and we're doing a lot of smaller lift spreads, so commissions could easily add up. So we're doing it with a 3K account. Martin's already in the 5K as a separate service that we do, and I have been showing a few of the indicators on the 5K channel and also on my daily trades about why I took a certain trade the way that I do. But if you want access to the indicator, you could easily get that if you'd like.
Yeah, and so let's talk a little bit about what the whole thing is here. So hopefully you guys can see what's on the screen here. We'll keep talking about some trades, but before you guys disappear, or we'll do the prize draw in a few minutes as well. This is the landing page which I'm about to post in the chat here. Basically, this is what you could expect to get. So let me just scroll down. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of difficulty here. Got to get to the actual page. So people have been asking a few things here. We've shown like this result right here. But one thing we haven't shown yet is the overall results, which are pretty impressive. These numbers right here, and they're backed up with screenshots as well. So this one here, and I'm going to post this page so you guys can browse at your leisure as well. But average day in the trades that these have been alerted at is 4 days. Total trades 64, closed trades 58. This has changed a little bit since then. 920.
Yeah, we closed all 64 at this point.
And they're all profit, or well, they're not quite.
I think there was 2 that weren't, but the
2 to
others
1.
weren't.
So now it's above 95% because this is like
Yeah.
93% or something. So very close. So Lance is one of the most dedicated traders I've ever met. He plots everything. I don't know if you guys can see this very well on your screen, but he plots every trade. He takes every result very, very seriously. And it's one of the things that sets him apart from all the other traders that I have experience with talking to. This is a testimonial from James Glenn, who's already in the system. He says, well, your indicator is pretty badass. I think you're brave. I'm going to start swing trading more. So far, it's been promising AF. So there's a lot of people starting to use this inside Theta traders already. Anyway, we should probably do the prize draw. It's been a half an hour, so let's see if somebody can win this this indicator. If not, then we'll start posting the link to people that might want to actually join the service. We can talk a little bit more about what you get access to with Theta Pro, which is the name of this indicator, Theta Pro. You got to have the word pro in the name, right? That's the way it's got to work in this system. So yeah, so let's see if there's any other questions. If not, we'll start doing the prize draw and see if one of you guys can get access to this completely free. I'm just looking at the comments right now. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So what we're going to do is I have a list of all the emails that signed up for this. Hopefully all of you guys are on the stream. I don't think you are, though, given the number of people that are on here. Hopefully the person that wins is on the stream, though. So let me just pull up my email list from all the people that signed up. I'm going to close out my thing so people don't see the actual thing. So let me remove my my screen so people's emails aren't revealed. That would be bad, right?
Wow.
So, all right. So let me just pull up the email list, and then I'll tell Lance how many people are on the list, and he's just going to give me a random number. He can't see this at all, so it's totally random. And he's going to give me a number between 1 and whatever it is in order to see who wins a full subscription to this. So, yeah, so you want to check questions while I work on this, and then I'll let you know.
Sure. Yeah, I love to give back to others. I'm a teacher. I love to give back, right? So definitely, I want to give this out to someone that has been watching, and thanks for watching this so far. And you get a free access to the Theta Pro indicator, the trades, and the Discord, and any questions that you have. And if you have any questions in the chat, feel free to ask right now while Russell sets that up.
Yeah, it takes me a minute to find stuff sometimes. I'm a little bit slow. So getting there though, getting there. And so okay, so I have the email list pulled up right now.
Yeah, Dan asked, do I have a weekly or monthly goal I'm trying to achieve? I do have one, and I could, if you don't mind me sharing real quick.
Go for it. Yeah, I have the list ready to go whenever you're ready.
No, I do have a goal. However, it's not necessarily what you want to follow. Like you might want to go even more riskier for possible more returns, or less riskier and be safer about it. Do you see my screen?
So there might be confusion here. What is on your screen right now? Let me remove both screens here.
I think we're good now.
It's just us on the screen now. So, all right. So I'm going to add you to the thing, but you have the results up, right? 64.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah. So this is my goals. Using a $3,000 Robinhood account. I'm going to be using this for other trades I have as well. $3,000 account. Want to use no more than 75% of it. You don't want to use the full 3,000. Have a little dry powder available. I'm going to do about 3 to 7 positions a week, and no one position can lose more than 5%. So I don't want to overload into one particular stock, because if that goes down, it could really hurt. We're going to be looking at 7 contracts of a 1 width spread, 3 contracts of a 2.5 width, 3 contracts of a 5 width as well. Typically going to be looking for $300 to $100 a week off the $3,000. So $3,000 account, $30 is what, 1%? Excuse me. And $100 is what, 3.333 bar percent. So that's my personal goal for the week. We might hit it, we might not. So far, we've been more than achieving it, because I made 9% in 1 week. So
yeah. which is unheard of with these sell side options as well. It's phenomenal. So it's exciting stuff. So people are asking about the price. Let's do the price draw first, and then we'll reveal the price and what exactly you get. So let's have a look. So I have the email of everybody who entered their email address pulled up on a spreadsheet. Hopefully you guys can't see that. So if you could give me a number between 1 and 50, which is awesome. There's only 50 people on the stream, so one of you guys may have, maybe everybody attended that put their email in, so that's good. So 50 email addresses. If you could give me a random number between 1 and 50, I will make sure that person wins the free subscription. So,
all right, you see on my shared screen, I'm not doing any funny business.
Oh,
I typed the random number generator on Google. So I made 50 as the max. Okay.
All right.
We got a little drum roll, please. All right, 3, 2, 1. Number 8 is
all right. Number 8. So what I'm going to do is look at number 8 right now. So if you are number 8, I will try and give you a clue. So this is an interesting email. The name is Sebastian, and it sounds like the second part of the email is French. So it's info@something that sounds French.net, and your name is Sebastian. If that's you, you're going to be receiving an email from us with access to ThetaTraders.com's Discord channel and access to complete access to this new indicator that Lance has been using as well. So congratulations to you, Sebastian. Hopefully you're still on the live stream here, and you'll get access to that pretty much as soon as we're done here. So yeah, congrats to Sebastian. Do you have much more to say, or should we go into the offer and let people see what they can?
A little bit more. So on this Theta Pro spreadsheet, and if you join, you'll get access to it. I show every single trade I do. I've been testing it out since early October, and you can see when I entered it, expiration date, when I exited it. Sometimes these are the same if they just expire worthless. Very occasionally, I might close it a little bit early. Like on this dull position, I went out to 11:15. But I exited in 3 days.
Is there any way you can zoom in? I mean, from my end, and maybe you guys are seeing this different, but like from my end, it's very difficult to read any of the text. On YouTube, it's small. Yeah, it's a lot better. I can read it now. Hopefully, you guys watching can read it too.
Yeah, sorry about that. So if you look at this dull position, I sold it out over a month, but I closed it 3 days after. And the reason why was I took in $49 on a 5-with spread. And then I was able to buy it back for $25 3 days later. So that made almost 50% return in 3 days, which makes a lot of sense to close it out instead of waiting the whole month and a half or so. So days in trade, 3, 5.3% return. And then we're also looking at the return per day, and that's 1.7% on your return per day. So we've been doing a lot of data on this. Again, you'll get access to all this. Whenever I enter a new trade, I'm going to add this in on the spreadsheet so you'll see exactly what the trade is. I'll also post it on the Discord so you could see how to get into it. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of trades on the dashboard. This is the more updated one. All the trades were closed so far. The average days went up by 1 instead of 4, went to 5. But we only lost on 4.7% of the trades. I think that was only 2 that I actually lost on. One of them was a draw where I closed it out at the same premium I took in, just because it was getting a little close to our strike, and it was the last day. And we're at a really good win rate, 92.2%. This does show the returns per day of all the positions in a scatter plot here. We did have 2 losers, and then the rest are a lot of very consistent wins here.
How dare you having 2 losers? It's terrible.
And this, again, is just a percent return per week that I was doing it. As you see, we're very consistent from October 3rd, good week, good week, good week, and so on. And we also have the total return by individual stocks. So you can see a QQQ one, we actually lost on one. I think the coin was the other one. The rest are all winners. And on the bottom shows the total amount of money we made per position. And yeah, so that's all. That was all the positions there. and my Spotify up there. Yeah, so it shows all the tickers, how many credit spreads we did in each position, and then the total positions as well. So again, you'll get access to that. And that's everything I have to share. So.
All right, sounds good. I'll share my screen now. So just address a few questions. Anything else here? OGK Matrix says, do you still use Algo Pro? So yeah, I still use Algo Pro, but not that often. I try and use it for SPY, 1 to 3 minute, just like directional trades. Completely different from what Lance is talking about here, though. This is completely different in that you actually get real support, which is not something you get with Algo Pro. It's kind of a personal issue I have with Algo Pro at the moment as well, even though it's one of the better indicators. Theta Pro surpasses it by a million miles. Wait till you see what you get with Theta Pro, guys. So first of all, you get the premium TradingView indicator. Hopefully you guys already have free TradingView accounts. If not, they're totally easy to set up. Just get one, check it out. It's very easy. TradingView is something I put off in my trading journey for quite a while, and I wish I hadn't, because it's just such a fantastic free resource to have. So definitely check out TradingView if you haven't already. This is a TradingView indicator, so obviously you're going to need TradingView to get started with it. So with this package that we're going to talk about, basically you get access to the premium trading guides, so you can learn how to use this Theta Pro indicator with help from Lance directly. So none of these like just random guides that you get. These guides are up there, but you also have personal access to Lance directly and how he uses and has used this indicator in the past. I can't stress how important that is enough. It really is important, because it's not just some copied indicator from some other free thing on TradingView where he just like lets you have it and then you pay a few $100 and you're just left to your own devices. This is completely different. It's the best out there by far. You get VIP Discord access, which in ThetaTraders.com, if you're already a member, maybe you're a lifetime member, you'll already have this. But if you're a quarterly member or one of the lower tier memberships, you get the VIP Discord access channel, the Theta Pro channel, which Lance gives out 3 to 5 alerts, which are these trades that you've seen where he's had a 95% win rate on, made $1,000 just trading one contract of these. Phenomenal, 10% in a week on one of the weeks. So these are exactly from that. So you could just follow those if you wanted, but you also have access to the indicator as well to help you pick your own stuff as well, so you can learn how to fish as well as being given the fish by Lance. 24/7 support, not quite 24/7. If you're going to call Lance up at 3 in the morning, he's going to be pretty mad, so I won't do that. But it's proper support. It's not nonsense support. It's actual support, which is the important part here. He does do one-on-one Zoom calls, which have always impressed me. I don't know how he finds the time to do this as a teacher and a trader. I don't know how he does it, but he does. And he's happy to go over the indicator and how to use it and things with one-on-one Zoom calls, which is amazing. For this particular webinar, we're doing 1 full month of trade alerts in Theta Traders Inner Circle, which is this phenomenal system, which includes things like gold, oil, ES, all these types of trades on the sell side of things. It's phenomenal. It's worth people. Lots and lots of people paid $2,000 for this. You can get it for a month to check it out when you buy this indicator for completely free as well. So we'll add you to that so you can check it out and take some trades on that. That has a win rate of like 99% or something ridiculous as well. So you can probably make your money back on some of these trades to pay for this indicator system, which is amazing. And lastly here, there's the 3K account challenge. Everybody loves to take a small amount of money and turn it into a large amount of money. And Lance has been doing that with this particular indicator in his new Robinhood account. And he's going to do that to grow a $3,000 account as things go as well. So this is the landing page. I'm going to post it in the chat right now. You can go through it all. There's a ton of information in here. You can go through everything, and we can take some more questions on this before we finish up. It's been 45 minutes, so not that long, but I'm just going to paste the link to buy here right now. So if you go to the link in the chat right there, you can get it for the best possible price. This is the lowest price it will ever be, and you definitely check it out. So let us know if you have any more questions. Do you have anything else to talk about, Lance, in particular?
I'm just answering questions on the chat here.
Okay.
So Glenn said Black Friday deals on TradingView is coming out, which is true. However, you don't need a paid TradingView account. You could do this completely on a free account. That's what I've been using as well. Okay, OGK is asking, realizing doing a demo. I'll show NQ shortly on that. Irv is asking, could I use it on futures or props account? Yes, you could. If it says sell puts, that means it's more bullish. So you could buy an ES or MES contract at that point. If it says sell call, you would short it. So it's definitely useful for futures if you're interested in that as well. So it works in any stocks, any time frame, stocks or futures, and yeah, prop accounts too.
Yeah, but I guess the key thing I want to stress is the support, the fact that you have a professional, trader who's made money doing this in conjunction with it. So definitely take advantage of this deal. It's so people are asking the price. This is the price up at the moment. I put what you get access to. It's $597 for lifetime. So one-time payment, $597. In my opinion, from all the stuff I've reviewed, this is by far the best. It's actually a legitimate trader where you can hear and talk to, and talk to Lance right now. Not some anonymous 21-year-old living in their mom's basement making up some random nonsense, using free trading view indicators, and then just like throwing it at you and wanting $200, which I'm not saying is bad. Kind of am saying it's bad, but not completely saying it's bad. But this is a completely different level. It's that support that you're looking for as well.
Yeah, I want to be that person that could look over your virtual shoulder, so to speak, and be able to guide you and help you and not just give you the indicator and then you never hear from me again. So I'm a teacher at heart. I love teaching chemistry. I love teaching trading. So very accessible for anyone that has any questions.
Yeah, it drives me crazy, these people that are putting these indicators together. They're really just stealing other people's ideas and rehashing them, changing one little thing. You're putting together something that you've proven to work for yourself for years, and then giving people help with every single trade on the indicator if needed. So they can ask you, hey, it said sell call, what do you think? And you're like, well, I think this because of this, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, that's the game changer to me. You do get every free update on the indicator, Christopher. So there's no way like Lance would ever rip you off with this type of stuff. And this is a very good point. So Christopher Totten saying, will I get free updates on the indicator? Absolutely, 100% yes. Lance is one of the most transparent, legitimate people that I've ever met, and I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of these people, that he's not going to charge you for version 1.1 or 1.2 or 1.5. You're going to get every single version and update as Lance refines this over the years or adds whatever he wants to add. So yeah, totally.
Yeah, so when I first made this indicator, I was looking for specific things when I look for trades. And I actually got input from the Inner Circle members as well on different things to look at for the indicators, and took their advice and made my own thing. But I do have ideas in my head. My ideas never end. So I will be doing updates on this, version 2.0, 3.0, and you'll get access to all of those as well if you join. I also have a long-term investing indicator. I haven't even mentioned that to the Inner Circle yet, but it is technically ready to go, and you guys will be getting it pretty soon. That's all I'll say about that one.
So Don's saying, is this price lifetime? I think it's important to point out this is lifetime. This is complete access. There's no additional charges. Totally lifetime. And remember, Lance is a smart guy. So I have a PhD in physics, and I thought I was pretty smart, and maybe I was being a bit over the top. But Lance went to an Ivy League school, and he's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. He definitely makes me feel kind of dumb. And this is a kind of the culmination of Lance's experience with trading and his intelligence as a programmer. We spent a lot of time and effort making this a reality, and so I hope you guys can really get into this and think, get some good results from it. All right, so Nancy is saying, if you join the Inner Circle, does ThetaPro come with it? It does, yes, it does indeed. Yeah. ThetaPro comes with it.
And for Inner Circle Lifetime, I can just briefly mention it, has a ThetaPro indicator. It has all the trades I do, and as other members that are currently watching can see that are in Inner Circle, I'm a very busy bee. I do a lot of trades. So you'll get a daily. You get a daily credit spread. You get a daily 0 DTE. I do about 3 to 5 futures trades every week. You'll get 3 to 5 more of these Theta Pro indicators per week. I'm doing a lot of covered strangles. You'll get everything for that. And if you're interested in Inner Circle Lifetime, you could either just sign up directly at ThetaTraders.com. It's already on a payment plan. If you want to do a different payment plan and you're willing to do all the payments, ask me and Russell. We could set you up with that.
Yeah, and we're like the most fair people you'll ever meet, to the point where we get screwed over by people all the time. So we do payment plans. We often put money towards products as well. So if you've paid for a product, we'll often do that. Can't guarantee we'll do it for everything, but we'll often, if somebody's upgrading to Inner Circle, for example, we'll put to their quarterly payments or whatever towards it, depending on the situation and stuff. So we try our best to be as flexible as possible.
Yeah,
I hope you guys can't hear screaming in the background.
I have OGK is very desperate to see my NQ, so I'm going to share my screen here to show him what happened there.
All right.
I think he's a big NQ trader, so let me share my screen real quick. All right, can you see it?
Yep, I'm just going to add it in a sec. Let me add it. Okay, so you should be full screen now on NQ.
All right, so he wants to look at a market reply. No problem. Market reply 8:30 to 4. Real quick, what time frame you want to look at? OGK. You could do like 5-10 minute, or any time frame you want. I'll leave it at 15 for now, but let me know if you want me to change it. So we're at, let's see, 4:30. 5 or 3 minutes. Okay. Let's do 5 minute.
Usually with these indicators, the lower time frames you go, the crappier they become. That's what I'm pretty much found.
All right, 8:30 to 4. This is 8:30 to currently, because it is currently moving as well. You can see a lot of the indicators here. So sell put was here. That one might have failed depending on where your strike was. But then the sell call was here. So you could have sold the call near at the money or anywhere up here, and that would have easily worked because the market dropped right after it. And then we saw the uptrend and saw a sell put. We would have sold down here, and that one would have worked easily. Sell call here, we'd sell somewhere around here. That would have worked. So you can see that it's pretty accurate. And there's none of this repainting thing that I keep seeing people repaint or whatever. I don't even know what that means. Like it makes the alert. It's not going to change. Like it says sell call and then it hides it afterwards. It just keeps it whatever the indicator showed. So you don't be thinking we're trying any funny business here because I don't even know how that works, to be honest. All right. Any other questions or ticker symbols you'd like me to look at? Chris says, what's the best broker for spreads? I use Thinkorswim, which is a really good, robust brokerage, and they're very good customer service. They do charge commissions, though. I personally pay 50 cents per leg that I do, so a spread would be $1. I think it starts at 65 cents. I'm also going to be showing all of them on Robinhood, which the customer service isn't great, but you haven't needed it. They're very good at entering positions and getting fills at very close to identical strikes, premiums, I mean. So I actually tested this out with the Theta Pro indicator. I was doing the exact same trade on Robinhood, Thinkorswim, and tastytrade, all as fast as I could within like 30 seconds. And 9 out of 10 times, Robinhood, all the three were exactly the same. 1 of the 10, Robinhood was down $1. So that one trade would have been pretty much the same because you're not paying commissions. The other 9, you actually did a little bit better using Robinhood because you didn't have to pay the commissions and you got the same fill.
Looks like Don's having a problem with the payment. Never seen this one before. He's trying to purchase it, and he's saying it's asking for a launch pass Discord channel. I don't know what's going on there. Like that's strange to me. Like it shouldn't be asking for that. I've given him my email address so that we can get him sorted out as soon as possible, though. Yeah, that's weird to me.
Yeah, it's weird. If you already have a Discord, it should just automatically link to it, I would think.
Yeah. I'm sure I set it up right. At least I hope so. If not, I'll make sure you guys are set up right on it. So yeah. Yeah, and sure, I think that's phenomenal, and I think people looking at this saying, well, maybe there's a couple of fake out signals at the end there on NQ, for example. Not really, because you're doing spreads and things that don't really matter that much. So you can have a sell a put, and then it switches immediately, but you're still okay, right? Like that's kind of like you're still okay. It's not like you're getting totally faked out, which is what happens on Algo Pro or one of these other services. If you're not selling options, you end up getting faked in and out, and it drives people crazy. So that's what.
Exactly. So if you see a sell call here, I might be entering over here. So even if it started to move up slightly, but it didn't get to our line here, you still could have 100% or maybe a percentage of that as a gain anyway.
Tommy's looking for a 15-minute chart of NQ for today.
Here's a 15-minute.
Well, it looks pretty nice, at least on the right there. It looks a little choppy on the left, but it's
yeah. But however, if you sold, this was on Monday, by the way, near the end of close, so you probably wouldn't have got in on a 0 DTE here because there's only an hour left or so. But it might have still worked because it says sell call here. You could have sold over here and been fine. Sell call here would have worked. Sell put here, down here would have worked. Sell call here would have worked. Sell put here would have worked. All of these would have been profitable trades. And you could also set it up on TradingView where you set up an alert on any time frame, any ticker symbol that it'll notify you that sell call just popped up. So then you can actually get a notification on your phone on it, and then you can enter it right away. Honestly, even with all the good results I've had the last month, I haven't even done that. I would just go to a random stock, go to a random time frame that I want to sell on, and then I see one that looks good based on my strategies, and then I just took it. I wasn't even overthinking it.
Phenomenal. And I'm looking here, and Uzi, who is a full-time professional trader that we collaborate with a lot. Uzi has basically said several times throughout this is a phenomenal system, and I really respect Mr. Uzi and Mr. Uzi Options here because he really knows his stuff. And you guys that are watching my channel regularly will have seen a live stream with him. We're actually probably going to do another one this month, but he's a full-time professional trader, probably 20 years full-time, and he loves the system as well. So if he loves it, I suspect you guys will love it as well.
Yep. You also get this strategy guide that I wrote out. So how to find possible trades. I've done a few YouTube videos. A lot of them were unlisted right now, but I'm going to release them out to the general public, and you can see what I look for in trades. And then it shows the indicator. It shows what I look for in the trades. And then I give a lot of examples of what I would do. So I took a lot of screenshots. I'll look at certain positions, like right here, said sell call, and then I would sell a call at this blue line near the top of that time frame. So you'll see a very detailed guide here. And as you have any questions on the guide, you could say, I don't really understand page 8 on this. And then I'm here to help you to explain what I was looking for on it. Also, the time frames. I saw another question on that. If you want to sell monthly credit spreads for monthly, maybe 21 to 45 DTE, I would go on the daily time frame. So you would be getting a good amount of candle times in order to go to a longer dated spread. How many bars do I wait after the signal triggers? That's in the guide. I'm not going to say an exact number here. So if it's a long time ago where I saw an indicator and it didn't switch, then I might not take it. If it happened immediately or within about 20 bars or so, I would still probably take the trade at that point. Tommy, you already have access to this because you're inner circle, I think. If you're the same Tommy, I think you are. Go to the Theta Pro channel on the bottom of inner circle. All right, we could end this in about 5-10 more minutes. If anyone has any other questions or wants me to look at any symbols and timeframes, let me know.
Yeah. And it's nice looking at time frames and stuff, but again, I want to stress the fact that you get Lens as part of this deal. It's fine just looking at an indicator, but as you guys probably know that have used indicators in the past, they're not going to look that great. A lot of them are going to look like there's a lot of fake outs and false signals and things. It's the indicator in combination with somebody with years and years of expertise that really helps set this apart from anything else out there. So yeah.
I think someone asked NVIDIA about 30 minutes ago. My memory is sometimes great. So this is a 15-minute for NVIDIA. We're at sell put. Earnings are coming up pretty soon, I think. Like 1 hour time frame. Yeah, earnings are coming up on the 20th. So based on that, you got to be a little careful because the earnings could move it a lot. I typically don't want to sell into an earnings, but since we're at Thursday the 21st, you could sell a weekly out to this Friday. Based on the 1 minute chart, we're at sell put. Sorry, 1 hour chart. 2 hour chart, where someone's still sell put. So selling put's probably a good case here. I would look, we're at 148. Tomorrow morning, you could look at selling the Friday. I would probably look around 143, 142 as the sold put. And then you can make it whatever width you want. If you have a large account, you can do a 5 or 10 width. If you have a smaller account, you can do a 1, 2.5 width. Okay.
I'm just pointing out to people in the chat here that this offer for $5.97 is only available to the new members. That people don't have access to this until about the weekend, because you do put so much time and effort into this. We can't handle too many new members. We want as many as possible, obviously, but at the same time, you have to balance that with the rest of your life. So we're just basically keeping this open until the weekend. This is a pre-Black Friday deal, so jumping it while you can is definitely worth it, in my opinion.
This will be the lowest cost that we offer this, because it's really good, and we get a lot of members here. I gotta make sure that I could give the adequate time that people deserve. So we're gonna have to raise the rate after this.
Yeah, for sure. And so a couple of last questions. Thanks, Don. I'll make sure I get to your email. I'll do it in the next few minutes. Make sure you get the invite to the Discord, and make sure that things are working right. Sometimes there's problems. I thought I had everything set up right. I hope I do, and it's just some trivial problem we can get around. But don't worry, we'll get you on board. No problem at all. Bill C is saying, do you have any free videos and credit spreads? I've only bought options. If you go to Lance's channel on YouTube, you'll find a ton of free credit spread videos. He's just pulling it up right here. It's Theta Trader's YouTube channel right here. If you're not sure who it is, Bill C might be Bill Calloway. I'm not sure. I get confused. There's so many people in the sphere of influence and network here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bill C's. Yeah. If you put Theta Traders here, subscribe to my channel. That's free, and I do a lot of videos. I have about 670 or so. So I'm not brand new to this game here. If you go to playlists, you'll see different strategy guides. I would do the new to options playlist. There's 23 videos about credit spreads, about cash secured puts, covered calls, pretty much anything you could think of.
Yep. Okay, last question looks like, so if we're already in the inner circle, we get access to this indicator or still have to pay. Normally people would be like, no, you still have to pay. But Lance is particularly nice, and he's saying, no, all inner circle people get everything up till now added in. So the indicators come out recently. You guys get it for free in the inner circle. We may have to limit that at some point, because the inner circle is getting so much time and value from Lance that it's going to probably have to be that we're going to have to limit it after this indicator, because every single thing he adds, you get more and more questions from people, and which is fine, except we only all have so many minutes in a day. So inner circle does get this, to be clear about that. Inner circle does get it. So if you're interested in inner circle, we do a payment plan on that for you guys that aren't in it already. I know Rob Barn already is, but we do a payment plan on that. So if you go to ThetaTraders.com, which Lance is pulling up on the screen right now, you can get this indicator included in Lifetime Inner Circle, which is what he's highlighting right here, which has every single thing included. So if you're looking to maybe make a bigger purchase where you get every single alert service, every single, well, there's only one indicator now, but every single indicator that we have and everything else included, that's the option right there. We do payment plans. We've basically just email Lance or I've put my email in the chat. You guys can find Lance's email on ThetaTraders.com. So yeah. All right. Well, I feel like we should probably wrap it up there. It's been over an hour. The questions have dried up. I think it was a really good chat, and I hope people can appreciate the work and time and effort that Lance has put into building this indicator out and the results that you can get from it.
Yep, sounds good. We had a good turnout here. Over 55 at one point, I think, signed up or watched it. So definitely appreciate that. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me directly. It's just my name, lancekaminsky@gmail.com, and you could go over any questions you have.
Yeah, do you want to post your email in the chat just in case people want to email?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, because Don's asking, can he include Inner Circle within his indicator? And honestly, that's by far the best deal because you get all the future stuff, you get everything included, not just the indicator. So it actually is a better deal. It's just some people don't have the budget, so we're trying to put something out a little lower budget for people. But you can do the Inner Circle, which includes the indicator, right? So
you don't have to buy two separate. You don't have to buy the indicator and Inner Circle. Just get the Inner Circle, and then you get it included already.
So Don's saying that's the deal I wanted. Okay, Don, let me respond to your email. I'll CC Lance on it, and we can figure out how to go from there. So it'll be pretty good.
All right. Any other quick questions? I think that might be about it. All right. So again, you get one-on-one access to me. I'll give you a Zoom call to go over the indicator, how I use it, any questions you have. You'll get access to the Discord channel where you'll see all the trades I do, other members' trades. You get 3 to 5 a week for lifetime for me. You also have access to me as you have any questions. So definitely appreciate all you guys watching. And again, if you have any email questions, send me an email on the chat channel.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging around this late at night. I'm going to go and make sure my baby's still sleeping. She made some noises. I don't know if you guys heard her, but hopefully she's going to go back to bed. All right, guys, Don will be in touch, and hopefully you guys have a good rest of your evening.
All right, have a good night, everybody.